Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually a requested video. People asked me before about my wand collection, which is over there, and I'm going to have to disturb all this tidiness, which isn't going to go down well, which you can see here. There's actually so many, I can't actually hold them properly and I'm really scared that I'm going to break them. So let's just get on with the video. They're not really in a particular order, it's just kind of like what it looks like, higgledy-piggledy. Like I want it to look, my aim is to get one of these to look like a section from Ollivanders, so I want it to be like stuffed full of like wands. Up top here is actually Newt's wand. This I got free as part of a Fantastic Beasts fan event that happened in November. If you want to see that, I did a little video about that, which I'll link there. I like how sort of thin and just, it's quite elegant but then also rustic at the same time. There's like this kind of like almost like bite or scratch mark, so I imagine that's to be like with this whole like, you know, in the wilderness tracking animals kind of thing, you know, putting it in his mouth type of thing. But I like it, it's got like kind of blue tones and there's like, I guess like a mother of pearl I think it's supposed to be, so it's really light and it's really cool. And after playing with it, well, when I say playing with it, like just, you know, that kind of stuff. It's Hermione's wand, and I really like Hermione's wand. It's actually very long. If you look closely, it's got like this like kind of vine, like continuous sort of vine like design. It just goes round and round and round and round and round. Yeah, but obviously I had to get the Golden Trio's wand. I can't actually remember when I got this and where I got this, but I'm glad I got it. This is actually the first one that I ever bought. This is a Noble Collection one, which actually they're all the ones in these boxes are Noble Collection. It was one of the Comic Cons I went to with my friend and I saw them all displayed there and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually sell ones. Now at that time I was quite young and they were quite expensive, so I thought to myself, right, if I start this, I'm gonna have to be building this over quite a long time because I want like all of them. Yeah, you know whose wand this is. So I had to, obviously if my first one, it's gonna have to be Harry Potter's one because hello, I'd be like swishing around and this is what I get up to, yeah, just don't judge. This is the Harry Potter community, there's no judgment here. So anyway, as I was swishing my wand about, I like would graze walls and like kind of like wand off the edge, but I think it gives it like more of a lived in quality. Unfortunately, they all come with this kind of like Warner Brothers like stamp. So after buying Harry's wand, I thought, well, the opposite to Harry is Voldemort, so this is Voldemort's wand and it is actually one of my favorites. It was actually my favorite for a very long time. It's so creepy and like, it almost looks like a bird, but then it's like sharp and, you know, the details. Anyone who's contemplating getting a Voldemort wand, I would definitely get a Voldemort wand. It just is one of the coolest ones. I love these boxes. This is Mad Eye Moody's original wand, as far as I recall. Because I believe he's actually got a new design one, and I was like, why do they redesign and give characters different ones? I mean, I can understand from like the first and second movie that was that section, and then the third, they're all kind of that new style and it stayed the same. But like during that, why did they change it? Like I don't understand this whole Luna Lovegood wand thing. It's like, why did she have one wand and now it makes no sense. If anyone knows, again, please write in the comments so I can understand why they would change wands. But this is Mad Eye Moody's original wand. Not my favorite wand, but it was actually when I was at a Comic Con and I was looking through and there's all these kind of really cool stands and obviously all clear out me, I'm just hunting for the Harry Potter stuff, and then I find this stand that had all these wand boxes in and I was like, they were like half price. You know, it's got cool like kind of knobbly bits on the end and it's quite a short wand. I can only imagine that this might represent the moon or something because this is actually Lupin's wand, which is very interesting because of how clean and how delicate it is. And I find that interesting that it may not have reflected more of like the beast within, if you know what I mean. Like I thought it might be gnarled or scratched or have something to do with like the moon on it. This is Dumbledore's wand. I don't know, it makes me feel sad. Like obviously because Dumbledore obviously died and it looks like, you know, teardrops to me. It's got lovely like etchings on it but it's very thin. I'm surprised it never snapped until the movie, but you know, we won't go into that. Lovely blue ribbon. Oh yes, this Ron's wand. Okay, so I had to get this one obviously because it's one of the Golden Trio ones. Very solid, dependable, strong wand, I guess, just like Ron. This is Cho Chang's one. Now considering that it's Cho's, it is a very long wand. It kind of reminds me like a flute because it's got like swirls in it and it's got these kind of like buttons, which, well, they look like buttons. They kind of look like, you know, the flute bit. This was actually the wand that ended it all. This is Draco's wand. So when I say it's the wand that ended it all, this is the wand that Harry used to defeat Voldemort when obviously he had the Elder Wand. So I was like, well, I have to get this one. And this is McGonagall's wand. A very long wand again, and it's cool. It's got this kind of like plastic resin, and you may see that if you ever see wands like the test wands in the shops that you go. Unfortunately, someone's always broken this bit off. I mean, why you would not be careful with ones that you don't own is, I can't fathom. But a lovely, dainty, strict wand is what I always think of it. I wanted this as soon as I saw that you could buy it, and I'm very kind of scared to handle it, so I don't actually get out very often because I believe they say it's very delicate. And I love ones that have like a particular like curve to them. They just, it's just beautiful, and obviously it looks like a slug because a slug wand's wand. This cool like silver, almost like branches going up this like really curved, delicate wand that you see him obviously extracting a memory from. So it actually says on the box, it is a Death Eater wand thorn. It's just so cool. It's like, so like, again, it's like evil. I know it's like no one specific. You don't even see this in the film, I don't even think. But I mean, the amount of detail, you know, effort that went into creating this. It's got like kind of like etchings in the corner here, and it's got like a cool kind of handle, and it's like a thorn. So it's like, you know it's going to be someone evil. This is Nymphadora Tonks's wand. It looks like an orchid, and it's got a wonderful like feminine quality about it, but also very sad. I love the detailing of it. I mean, all the wands have got incredible detail. The wand designer should really get a lot more recognition. This is a really different one because it's like a swirl, and it's like a never-ending kind of, this is Xenophilius Lovegoods wand, and it's got really cool, like, I don't know, runes it must be. It doesn't say anything particular in it, but it's got this wonderful, did I notice that before actually? Now this wand is an actual Ollivanders wand box. So there's two ways you can get the wands there. You can actually select it out of the crowd to have your wand select you in that kind of, you know, wind magical like in Philosopher's Stone kind of thing. Unfortunately that wasn't me, but when you ask the helpers that are there, they have like a kind of diagram, or they have a sort of a plan of like, depending on what your birthday is. Because my birthday is in November, I got my birthday wand, which is this wand, and it's a very like long, and it almost looks like a horseshoe. But I was a bit disappointed with it because, like, I don't know, it didn't really say me. And also on close inspection, other thing, this is pretty much like, I don't know whose it was, but it's kind of Fred or George Weasley's wand. And I was like, hang on, this is supposed to be a separate wand that's like an Ollivanders wand. Now I didn't obviously know that at the time. I was just like, give me my November wand. It doesn't feel as special to me because it didn't choose me. I chose it basically. And this is Queenie Goldstein's wand. All the fun is in the handle really, because it's got this kind of like Art Deco kind of like pattern on this. It's got this beautiful like mother of pearl like, you know, shell basically on there. And I find it interesting that that would be the wand that would be Queenie's. It is a beautiful new wand. This is the most recent wand I purchased. I used to like have this like LED light keyring thing, and I like would elasticate it to the end of like, I think it was this wooden one that I did, and I'd like click it on and like walk around the house at night, like shiny things. So the kid inside me, when I saw that there's a Harry Potter illuminating wand tip, I couldn't control myself really. I had to have this. Now you can actually see the difference between the two. Like, this is the original one, which is very thin and like proper size, but obviously a battery has to fit in this somehow with electronics. But it's incredible because it lights up, and just with a flick of the wrist, you too can have magic. Thank you very much for watching. That's the end of this week's video. I hope you have enjoyed seeing all my wand collection. It will be ever growing because the aim is to collect them all. I told you I want to get like a whole box, like full, like my sort of section of Ollivanders there. So there will probably be a part 2 eventually of the rest of the ones that I've bought. Let me know in the comment section below which is your favourite, which ones maybe you have, which ones you think I should get next. Let me know if you haven't actually got any ones and which ones you think about getting. I can give you some advice on that because obviously I love Harry Potter ones. If you'd like to see some more of the same sort of Wizarding World content, please just subscribe to my channel, which you can do over there. And if you'd like to see my previous video, you can see that over there. Remember, the Wizarding World is just one spell away.